This is King Noble Black Supremacy, and with this particular video I want to expose the life on other planes or on other planets distraction. The life on other planets distraction. They got people still asking the question if there is life on other planets. They still got people looking up as though that has anything to do with outer space. Like looking up is still within space. So they are still within space and within the space and time continuum. They're still in the physical universe or the physical construct of reality. They still are within the limitations of their present consciousness. When you're looking up, you're not looking into outer space. To be in outer space, you would have to get out of space and out of time. And you would have to transcend the rules and laws that govern space. That's how you know you're out of it. So the only way you're going to get out of space is in the astral realm. It's going beyond the boundaries and the parameters that has been placed on your consciousness to see the dimension of reality, or to see the dimension that you call reality before you. You have to transcend and actually go beyond that. Your consciousness has to expand beyond those limits. What you're seeing right now is a limitation. It's a consciousness trap. That your consciousness, your infinite consciousness, has been programmed to exist within these limits that you call Earth, that you call life right now, that you call your experience, which is really an insperience, but you believe that you're experiencing it. And you want to get into outer space, but you don't want to leave outer space because the program wants to keep you locked up to everything you see going on within this space. And that's what capitalism is about. That's what their media is about. That's what their education is about. They want to keep your attention locked into this space. What you're calling life is a consciousness trap. It is a consciousness prison that has been set up by very crafty and very intelligent beings that's capitalizing and monopolizing off of your energy with focusing here. And now they got you believing in outer space, that there are other beings that live on other planets, and you want to know, is there life out there? But you have not totally exhausted the life that is in here, that is inside of you. The infinite realms that exist within inside of your consciousness, which is really how you travel. That's really where you're really traveling at. Like what you're calling you right now is just a journey. It's a pit stop on your infinite and eternal journey into realizing who you are and exploring the boundless universe of infinite possibilities. So you're at a pit stop right now, and you think that pit stop is the totality of your existence, because it's like a love stop, a love truck stop. They got everything you need there. They got showers, they got all the food, they got everything that you would need. It's there. So you think that this is the totality of your reality, and that's the prison, that you think this is everything, and you have limited yourself to the laws, the rules, and the regulations and the codes of this reality. And that's how you maintain it within your experience. So you cannot get out of this space. You cannot think out of the space that you're in. So you think outer space is up there, and that they're having missions to go into outer space, and that's all a distraction. That's to keep you locked in the same space that you're in. You want to know if there are extraterrestrial beings. You don't want extraterrestrial beings. You want non-terrestrial beingness. You want to go beyond the terrestrial reality and be able to travel within the astral realm. You want to go beyond the illusions or the programs and codes that lock you into what you're calling your material and physical experience here. You want to go beyond that. So you want to go into a non-terrestrial. You want to find out the non-terrestrial beings, because those beings represent eternity. They represent infinity and infinite intelligence. Anything that is terrestrial is bound by the laws and rules of the physical world. What we know to be the physical world is a consciousness trap that has been crystallized, that has created this dense experience that you're having now. So anything that is extraterrestrial is under those same rules and regulations, which is why they've not got to you. They're trying to get to you like you're trying to get to them, and they're limited. They're just as limited as you are. That's why they ain't got here yet. You wonder how, if they're so extraterrestrial or they're so intelligent or super beings or so advanced as many would like to believe, why haven't they showed up at Earth? Why haven't they sent a spacecraft that has landed here that everybody can see? I'm not talking about some Area 51 or some hidden shit by the military. Why ain't they got here so that you can see? Because they would be more advanced in the military. Nobody would be able to cloak their agenda or hide them. They are that advanced that if they want to be seen, you would see them. Because those beings that you think are extraterrestrial are just you in the same space that you're in. What you're calling outer space is still the inner space that you're in. They're still within space and within time and within the rules and regulations or the laws or the codes that you exist by. That's why they ain't got to you. So don't even worry about them. You say you want to know about an extraterrestrial or somebody on the extra terrain. If you bought your neighbor's house, that would be extraterrestrial. That would be, now you have extra land. You have more land, more terrain, more territory. Your neighbor is an extraterrestrial. You want non-terrestrial beings, being that transcends the laws that make up your physical experience of the physical universe. Now, the entities that people are seeing, what they're calling UFO abductions, these are not coming from an extra terrain. They're coming from a non-terrain. They're coming from the astral plane. They're not extraterrestrial, they're extra-astral. They live in the astral plane. And when your consciousness transcends the physical limitations that make up this virtual and simulated reality that you're calling life, then you can communicate with those beings and with those entities. You can be connected with them. You can see them visibly. You can interact and interface with them. But you will know them to be different dimensions of your own infinite and eternal consciousness. So once you transcend this physical plane, then you're in touch with those beings. But you have to mentally transcend in order to see them. You have to tap into the astral world. You have to be able to dimensional travel. Not waiting on NASA and spaceships. But you yourself have to travel dimensionally. But in order to do that, you have to escape the programming that has become your consciousness trap here. And they have used religion. They have used culture. They have used music. They have used education. They have even used secular humanism. They have used morality. They have used socialization. They have used domestication. They've used so many tactics to lock you in this consciousness trap so that you can't transcend this particular plane, because all of those different things that I mentioned keep you locked in this plane because you're playing by their rules, and their rules continue to generate this reality that you're experiencing. All of those things, capitalism, everything that they have presented to you that has become the fundamental basis of your reality keeps you trapped in their dimension. It keeps their shit real for you, where you can only see them and you can't see beyond their world. And they fool you to make you think, that going beyond their world is in space. It's taking a ship or a rocket to another planet, that's the only thing beyond them. And you're waiting on that to happen, not realizing that you are the astronaut, the astronauti. That you can really travel on the astral world as a melanated entity, that you can do that in real time, that you can do that right now. You can be an astronaut right now. But they give you the astronaut so that astral is not what you're looking to. You are looking to an artificial reality that they're producing like a movie in front of you. It's like a movie with actors, and it's a script to keep you caught up in the material world, in their illusion. Now, the astral realm is very physical. So don't get it twisted when I say, because a lot of people say, well, you're sounding spooky because you're talking about the physical, going beyond the physical world. No. Going beyond what you understand to be physical, which are laws, rules, and regulations and programs that keep you locked into a certain dimension of reality. That there is physicality beyond that, based on different rules and laws, beyond what you understand to be reality. So when I say physical, I'm just speaking to the present reality that has become your prison, that has become your entrapment. But the astral realm is very physical. It's just not based on the laws that you understand are real right now for you. That your experience opens up and you experience different things and different possibilities and different probabilities of what can happen in the here and now. So that means that you can go beyond the limitations based on the illusions that you're seeing, that you have been programmed to see. And I say that repeatedly. So it's very physical. It's not the physical, the definition of physicality that's been given to you. It's beyond that. Like you're experiencing a degree of what is possible. And you think that degree of possibility is finite or is the definite reality. But it's only a degree of possibility. It's only probable. There's more beyond that. And instead of you opening up your consciousness and stepping into that beyond, the beyondness of it, they got you looking into outer space and not looking into infinite inner space and going within yourself, transforming the codes that make up your consciousness experience, expanding the boundaries of your personal reality, so that you can get out of the space, because outer space is just out of the space that they locked you into, out of that space in thought, that space in consciousness, that space in perception, that space in projection. That's your outer space. You need to get out of that, but you only gonna get out of that by going into inner space. The more you try to get out of it by moving into outer space, you're being seduced into the consciousness trap that is your material reality right now. That is what you perceive to be real right now. Going into outer space is going further into that inception. You have to go into inner space to come out of that inception, to be able to author a new reality or to conceptualize a new reality. They got you wanting to go out of space, in outer space, in the sky. Ain't nothing coming down but a meteorite. Nothing coming down. But you waiting on Martians. You waiting on aliens to come down. And the only aliens that we're seeing is the ones that Trump is building a wall to try to keep out. No other aliens is coming up to you saying nothing to you from other planets. Why? But they got you waiting on that. That is your fairy tale. That's your Christmas. That's your Santa Claus. That's your Tooth Fairy. That's make believe. Make you believe. So you're trapped in their space. You're trapped in their reality if you can believe and not come into the knowingness of the infinite reality that is truly getting out of their space where they're holding you in captivity. When they talk about mental slavery, they're talking about you're being held within a certain mental space, that your consciousness is being kept within a certain parenthesis, within certain parameters, within a certain box. So you want to get out of that space, but you have to go to inner space to do it. But you can't go to inner space. You can't really go within yourself into infinite darkness, into the infinite reality, because they got you trapped in religion and spookism and materialism and the aesthetics of their material world. They got you caught up into that and trying to live by their rules and regulations, and they want you to self-generate the artificial reality that they have authored. And that's what you're doing with your mind, so you can't really go within yourself. You're waiting on extraterrestrial beings to come and save you or bring higher intelligence to this planet, but they're blocking you from the true higher intelligent beings that are here. You can't even see them because your religion has told you that they are the Antichrist. Your religion blocks you from the true higher intelligent beings that have showed up in the here and now, that has come here, that represent your salvation, that represent your awakening, that represent your enlightenment. Those beings are here right now in front of you, but the codes won't let you see them. They use televisions and movies to desensitize you and distract you and make it sound like science fiction, but it's still science, but somehow it's fiction. How can science be fiction? So they got you distracted from dealing with the intelligence that is here. That intelligence that is here, that enlightened being that is here, they tell you, oh, that person is crazy. Don't listen to that. Stay with this code, stay with this program, stay with this matrix. We're trying to connect with real intelligent beings and advanced entities, outer space. We're looking for the real unidentified object. We're trying to have alien encounters on other planets. You follow? Don't deal with actual intelligent, super intelligent beings that if you listen to, if you got out the matrix long enough and you put all of the codes and the religion and the media and the propaganda and the education and all the foolishness that you've been bombarded with to trap you within their space, to trap you within their reality, if you put all that to a side and really opened your consciousness to the intelligent beings that were here, you will truly awaken, you will truly enlighten. And they shit will be destroyed. They know that. They know that they're intelligent beings that are among you. Intelligent beings that are among you that can destroy the captivity that your consciousness is in. They can destroy this consciousness prison. They know those beings are here. And they use religion and education and programming and television and all that to distract you and to stop you from interfacing with that entity to truly wake up. They don't want you to slip outside of the code, slip outside of the matrix, slip outside of the consciousness prison. And why they got you on lockdown from true intelligent astral beings, extra astral beings that are walking amongst you. They got you looking into space, telling you that it's outer space, but it's still inner space, the space that they created, waiting on some extraterrestrial beings to come, waiting on Jesus Christ to come down out of a ship, out the sky, waiting on the mothership, waiting on something to come out of the sky, waiting on an event, waiting on the astrology or the cycles of the earth to come around. They got you distracted, not willing to bear witness and revere and honor and worship the intelligent entity that actually has come among you to represent your awakening in the here and now. They tell you that they're looking into outer space, but the CIA and the FBI is looking in inner space to stop intelligent entities from destroying the consciousness trap that you live in. That's right, they're centralizing intelligence, and they're using the FBI to stop and to look and track intelligent entities that are right here that can destroy this. They're trying to build walls to manage human existence. You think it's about managing immigrants, okay? You think that that's what it's about. You think it's about managing illegal aliens. No, it's about managing astral intelligent beings and their movement and how they navigate through these false borders and through these inner space jurisdictions that they have created in order to try to manage human existence, to prevent that super intelligent being from destroying their consciousness trap and destroying their matrix reality, unraveling the fabric of their false dream. They're trying to stop that entity. They're not using the FBI and the CIA and these different intelligence groups for extraterrestrial beings and aliens and other planets. They're using them for beings right here who have the potential and power to destroy their consciousness trap and matrix, that can totally destabilize this code. They can hack this code that you call life. They can truly hack life in the real sense of the word and wake all of humanity up and elevate human progress to a true level so they can ascend beyond the captivity that certain elite and certain semi and pseudo intelligent beings, it's a trap that they're keeping the masses of asses in. And they're really pseudo intelligent. They're not really intelligent because they have enough intelligence to trap the masses, but they fear the true intelligence of the extra astral beings. They fear the intelligence that they're coming with, because those entities, those pseudo-intelligent entities, are feeding off of your sleep. Your sleep has become their habitation. Okay, it has become an environment where they can thrive and where they can cultivate their desires. They can feed off you there. So when you wake up beyond the reality of their entrapment, then they can no longer feed off of you. And the reality they have been maintaining, where they've been living high and mighty, that shit will fall and collapse. And it will be no more. It needs you to be asleep, to feed the inception, to keep the inception going. Once you wake up, that shit is over with. So they know that there's an extra astral being that is here to wake you up and allow you to transcend that space, to pull you out of that mental captivity, to pull you out of that dream. They know it. And they want to stop that entity. So they're suppressing that entity, stopping that entity, by making you apply the rules and regulations of this plane to make you overlay that on that entity. So you can trap that entity on this plane with you based upon the laws and rules and regulations to keep the matrix going. So they make you apply the same humanistic logic and make you interpret even the existence of extra astral beings, make you interpret them from a humanistic manner so that you can trap your saviors in this prison, in this consciousness trap. You can trap your saviors in it and not allow them to wake you up by you stepping out of it and moving into true outer space, by them forcing you into deep inner space, out of the space that has been artificially created by those vampiric entities that's feeding off of your sleep state, that don't want you to wake up, because they're trying to keep this false dimension and this plane of reality going. This shit was supposed to end a long time ago, but they're perpetuating it and keeping it going. But they're using you to do it. So they're suppressing the real intelligence and using your subconscious mind to do it, by making you fight waking up and believe in the false reality even more, and now to actually force that false reality on the savior that is manifested here. Instead of using the savior as a way out, you're trying to pull your saviors into this shit. That's the problem. That's why all your astral intelligent beings who have come here, y'all have taken them down. Because you didn't use them to get into true outer space and out of this space. You pulled them into the space of your entrapment and of your illusion because you love it so much. You're obsessed with this inception so bad that you attack anything that's coming from the real outer space. You attack it subconsciously and pull it into this light code lockdown that you're in. Ain't nothing coming from an outer space or another planet. They're not worried about that. They worried about the intelligent entities that's walking this earth right now. The extra astral being is here to wake you up. And you cannot see it because you're overlaying your construct, your prisoner construct over their reality, not using them as an opportunity for you to escape. Some people said, somebody teaching on this level, that that's just escapism. Oh, you just coming with a lot of escapism. Well, what would you think someone who's going to help you out of prison do? If they're not giving you escapism, showing you how to escape consciously, then they're not doing their job. So they should be helping you with escapism, so you could become a master escape artist from the lockdown that you in. But like I said, you're focused on outer space, the stars, the planets, the galaxies. But intelligent entities sent to wake you up is right here in front of your face, but you can't even see it. They've pointed the way. They've tried to pull you out, but you're distracted. They know who is an extra astral being. They know that. They know who they're looking for, who they're targeting. They're clear, but they give you that outer space illusion. They give you that outer space distraction. So you looking and conceptualizing outer space, but you trapped in the inner space of their reality. And you're now overlaying the inner space programming, because they've mastered your inner space. Okay, that you wondering if they're going out of space, but they've actually traveled billions of years within the inner space of you to master your mind and to create what appears to be an infinite inception for you, to lock your ass in for eternity if possible. And now the inception is so big that you think that you're moving into an outer space within the inception, but you're still within the inception of outer space, that is the inner space that they have created. You have to accept that which is coming outside, not outside in a spooky sense, but outside of the codes, outside of the programming, outside of the box, that which is unorthodox, that which is of a new reality. You have to embrace that, because that's how you get into outer space. That's when the vortex opens up for you. That's when the Stargate opens up for you, when you can begin to accept something that's truly outside of the space of the programming that has been placed upon you. I just want to touch on this a little bit. It's King Noble Black Supremacy, signing out.